You ever find yourself in stressful situations because something out of the blue has landed on your plate? A big problem out of nowhere, and you're experiencing these moments really asking yourself, how can I get through this? Well, I want you to realize today you're about to discover another way of really being. Because one of the things you'll find out there in terms of how to relieve stress and anxiety is wrong information in the first place, because it's more about trying to remove yourself from these situations when you and I know on the path towards success, we're going to experience more problems. And true success is being able to enjoy the journey and coming from a place of joy whilst you're on the journey, opposed to stress and anxiety. Isn't that true, by the way? And so this is really going to help you to really understand another way of seeing life. Because when you change the way you look at life, the life you look at changes after all. So one of the things I want you to realize right now, we don't see life as it is. We're seeing it as how we are. How you're currently perceiving this reality, the situation, the meaning that you've given it, the label you've given it, will dramatically change how you feel emotionally. And when you really start understanding that nothing on the outside is really what's creating stress, but it's everything to do on the inside, you start becoming more emotionally aware. We call this emotional mastery. Because you start understanding, I got to start changing the meaning I'm giving it. Because, for example, some of my clients say to me, Tim, I'm having so much stress and anxiety right now, trying to grow this business to new heights. I'm having issues with team members, and I'm beginning to really just run out of luck. And I always look at them and say, compared to what? If Richard Branson, for example, who's involved with 500 plus different businesses, if he was in your shoes, he'll be on freaking holiday, right? Because he is seeing that situation with a different meaning. And so you got to ask yourself, what are you truly making this situation mean to you? What are you making it mean to you? And understand that problems occur when you do not accept what is currently happening. Problems occur when you are coming from a place of non-acceptance. My mentor always used to say to me, stress is nothing but a byproduct of life not fitting your pictures. You're wanting life to look this particular way right now, but it doesn't. And because of that, you're creating resistance internally because you're resisting what is happening. How do you meant to know what's happening? Well, the very thing that's happening is happening right now for your ultimate greater good. And the more you try to push it away, the more you're trying to push something away, the more you're inviting it to stay. The more you resist, the more it will consistently persist. So what's the fastest way? What's the fastest solution? It's to accept it. Really think about that right now. Whatever you're experiencing or whatever you have experienced, I want you to accept it. Accept what's happening. It's happened. And when you really start understanding that, you start feeling more in control. You no longer try to push away the circumstances, you accept. And what that does is it instantly helps you to prevent this sense of resistance within you. And when you resist something, you can experience symptoms such as stress, anxiety, low levels of happiness, sadness, you name it. You realize the times back in your life when you've struggled the most is when you were resisting what has happened. And when you were finally free from that emotion was when you accepted it, right? And so that's what I want you to do right now. The fastest way for you to truly relieve yourself of feeling this sense of emotions, the stress, whatever you're trying to get rid of, is to just realize, firstly, don't try to get rid of emotions because you cannot just push them away, right? That's the worst form of coping with it. Just accept what is, what's happened to you, and realize whatever's happening to you is happening for your ultimate good. And from chaos in your life comes a better order. If you look at the times in your life where you've grown the most, it wasn't when you sat back on the beach sipping margaritas. It was when you were tested. When life wasn't going exactly the way you planned it. But what ended up happening was something ended up happening, and now you're looking back and thinking, thank goodness I went through that, otherwise I wouldn't be here. So come from that higher level of your highest vision, because you have experienced a sense of calmness in the storm before. There have been times in the past where you have been more assertive when you were uncertain. Isn't that true? And that's when you're stepping into your higher self. So if right now you're finding yourself in a place of lower self where you experience stress and anxiety, just make a decision today to just consciously wake yourself up. Wake yourself up, step into the highest version of your highest vision, accept what is happening because it is happening for your ultimate good right now. And you'll begin to realize, wow, I am in control. I can be the lighthouse in the storm. That is a choice. Have a great rest of the day, and just want to say, accept what is, and your life will never be the same again.